So, if you're out there on the Twitter streets like I am, you seeing Ice Cube. Now, you following his Twitter, you'll see Ice Cube ever since George Floyd, he didn't kind of went back to America's Most Wanted Ice Cube, America with 3 Ks, right? And he's been going in on everybody with this situation with George Floyd. And some people who are new and don't know that side of Ice Cube, they know that, Friday Ice Cube and maybe some of those other movies that he's been in, like, oh my God, why is he talking this way? What happened to Ice Cube? Like, you don't really know the history of Ice Cube? That is the guy that was on F the Police. You know what I'm saying? If you saw even Straight Outta Compton, they tell you where they get it from, right? So Ice Cube, he understands. Trust me, Ice Cube has a long history of taking a stand against, the industry and against, the folks with racism. So Ice Cube, on his Twitter, he was talking about the financial repercussions of racism. He's saying blacks need to be compensated for that treatment. So he had said on Twitter, the high cost of racism, he said blacks in America should be exempt from paying any taxes for 462 years. He said this would help start repairing the damage done to us by America. Our bill is paid by now. He said we would ask for board seats, hefty shares of the company, and you will pay a heavy, heavy fine for whatever you've done. He said, or we will ask for the believers in justice. He said to not support your business for 40 days and 40 nights. He said we really don't give a F. He said if we're being fair or not. He said, host style is my style. So that's what he said at first. Now, I said that too. I think that should be part of a reparations package. We are the only group that have spent years upon the hundreds of years building America. You can say, well, other groups came and did this. They did things for a short amount of time, and they wasn't enslaved doing it, okay? We were enslaved doing it. And we didn't get compensated for anything at all. So just like the Native Americans are exempt, we should be exempt from taxes. I agree with that 100%. Of course, I also believe we should get reparations payments. And like I said before, many times that they can pay our reparations payments through the Federal Reserve. They can print the money, do it every other day. But Ice Cube also was sharing a video from the New York Police Department's union, this guy by the name of Mike O'Mara. And he was showing that footage. And, they was coming out saying, which I'm covering that on the news channel, actually. That's why I'm not trying to go too far into it. But the guy was complaining that basically people didn't approve of them no more. Well, people didn't approve of them at all. But they were calling them animals and thugs, in which if you watch the videos from the protests, they were acting like animals and thugs. I mean, it was accurate. I mean, when you hit people with a vehicle on purpose, I'm talking about they're cops doing that. That's what animals and that's what thugs do. That's not what supposedly police officers are supposed to be doing, right? He also continued after that saying that we can't stop the police. He said our federal agencies like the DEA and ICE need to also pay yearly fines from their budget to communities they terrorize. And he said in the CDC, he said the Center for Destroying Communities, he said compensation to victims of brutality should come out of the police pension funds. He said it would come to an end in record time. Oh, yeah. You start taking money from the police like that, making them lose their pensions. Or check this out. Like if they get a lawsuit and make them responsible for their lawsuit and say, okay, well, we're going to pay your lawsuit with your pension. Like he said, I guarantee you brutality incidents and killing folks will get down to a minimum. But Ice Cube been going in a lot. Definitely, he's been going in every day on Twitter. And people are like, I can't believe he's saying this. What happened? Was he hacked? Was he this? Saying ain't nobody hacked me. It's how I talk. And Ice Cube just saying, man, forget it, man. I mean, because listen, you can be, a quote unquote go along and get along celebrity. You can be that person. And at the end of the day, listen, he in Hollywood. He got to see the music industry. He got to see Hollywood. He knows it's certain things that go on in Hollywood that's not right. That is completely unfair, racist, etc. Right? So we might as well call it all out. And I'll say to Ice Cube, okay, let's say if they all mad about what you're saying on your Twitter page, you got Cube Vision. You don't need them to make a movie. You can do it on your own. I always say all y'all need to go partner with Tyler Perry. He got that big movie studio over there. Y'all go holler at Tyler and say, hey, Tyler, let's work together. Let's pay some money. Let's do whatever we got to do to work together and make movies. You got this big studio. I think since Tyler bought this big studio, he should be the place to say, hey, all the directors in Hollywood that's black, come on over here. Y'all ain't got to deal with Warner Brothers. Y'all ain't got to deal with none of them. Come right over here. We can do whatever project you want to do right here. And if we don't have it, we'll build it. You get what I'm saying? That's how you be revolutionary. Is that you got not only, like he said about the police, you got to start being revolutionary in your movie making and doing it, within your community. The music, Ice Cube know about that. You got to start pulling all our stuff away from them and do all our stuff in house. Because you got these companies now coming out saying, oh, yeah, we support Black Lives Matter. Ain't about that. If you weren't supporting Black lives before, why you want to do it now? To me, you're just riding the wave. If you're serious about it, you've been consistent a long time ago. But let me know what you think about Ice Cube and his situation, calling out, talking about the taxes and the police and saying that these different, police departments need to be paying out of their pensions to the people that they're hurting and destroying. I agree with that 100%. Because if no one is punished for what they're doing and they just say, oh, well, we need police training. They've been getting trained. Don't let them BS you about we need more training for the police. They get more training than anybody else. You can't train hate out of the heart of nobody. You can't. If you could, we'd be living in a perfect world.